Okay, we are right on time. That is amazing. I literally just started. It is 4:16. I promised on my Instagram that at 4:15 Pacific Standard Time, I would be blowing your mind with the most amazing lunchtime making tip ever. Like ever. This tip changed everything for us. So I am going to get right to it. And just a little hint, this is going to be for make-ahead lunches. So I'm going to show you what I do to make sandwiches ahead. And they stay really good. The kids really like them. And you can do them up a lot of different ways. So I'm going to hand you to my lovely assistant. Oh, wait, hold on. And she is going to film as I do this. Thank you. So, this is, I'll pull this out and show you. You guys have probably seen this. Can you see that on there, honey? Do you guys see what kind of bread this is? Everyone loves this bread. Please don't come on here and tell me that we're all gonna die from the white bread. Like, we're gonna eat white bread. Like when you have 5 kids, you just, I don't know, you just can't worry about things like this so much. So pick up a loaf of these Hawaiian rolls at the store. Next, what you do is you come on over here, lovely assistant. You undo the little carton that it's in. And can you see it? Okay, I'm gonna hold up so they can see a little closer. So you, like literally you open this up. So it comes out of the box and it's all tucked in this little box. And you just break these down and you can see how we're just gonna make this like a little station. Hold on, I'm gonna just turn. So, by the way, just side note, my name is Amanda if you've never watched any of these Periscopes, and you can find me online at ocbeautymom.com. That's my blog, and it's like a blog for moms and for beauty tips and life in Orange County, and so, because that's where we live, and so anyway, that's where you can find us, or you can find me at OC Beauty Mom on Instagram. Oh, thanks, Jess. I'm so glad you like the blog. Up on there right now today is a nail gel hack and some things you can do to keep your nails from chipping for like 2 weeks. It's so awesome. So if you want to, you can check that out on there. And I also did earlier in my Periscope today a little eyebrow tutorial. So I'm just doing like fun, cool stuff like that. And book reviews and things that I'm doing. I just share basically my 5-kid life, okay? And a lot of beauty tips in between and skincare and stuff because I've always loved all of that, okay? So I'm going to hand you all back to my lovely assistant so I can show you how to do this with the sandwiches for lunch making, and then I'll tell you how we put it all together and implement like the whole lunch making system. And by the way, you can tap the little guy at the bottom if you want to share this with any mom friends who like hate making lunches. You can just like share with them and say, hey, OC Beauty Mom said you can make your life way easier by doing this, so check it out. Thanks for inviting followers, Fern. Oh, thanks, Garnet21. Thanks, Marvelous Moms. Thanks, Jess. You guys are so awesome. All right, so back to business, okay? This is the business of lunch making, and my friend is going to hold that. It around. So hold it. Oh, is it still on you? Oh, sorry. Okay. So, okay, now hold it up kind of so that the nice people can see right here. Come a little closer, honey. Okay, so you're going to take a serrated knife like this. This is a bread knife, and you are not going to pull these apart like rolls. You're going to keep it all together, and you are going to slowly slice like the entire roll, the entire square, like all together. Son, my son's being silly. So I'm gonna flip it around and do this and then watch what we do. Then we open it up like kind of like a book. Can you guys see that? And so you literally open it up so that it looks kind of like this and you have a book. And so what we do, hey Sunshine Mama, I know we have so many kids. And so what you do, I already did this loaf. I bought a 2-pack. And I cut this one and I opened it up like a book, If you want to do peanut butter and jelly, do a thin layer of peanut butter on each side, because the jam, if you put jam in there, it will get soggy. It will make the bread soggy if it goes straight on the bread. So protect the bread with a little thin layer of peanut butter. Hold on. He wants to get up and watch. Look at P.S. Look at this boy. Hello. Wow, Qatar. Look at what he did to himself. He found the markers. It's crazy. Violet, we don't have like peanut butter at my child's preschool. I'll just show you this. Violet, you can pick up something like this. It's sunflower butter. It tastes a lot like peanut butter. So if you have an issue at the school where your kids go, you can use sun butter. And so it tastes pretty good. My kids like peanut butter better. But, oh, thanks for sharing, Allie. But you can try that. Also, you're going to be able to do what I'm going to show you next. So, my preschooler, he either has to have the sun butter because there's no peanuts allowed, or he has to do what I'm about to show you. So, here we go to my lovely trading. There we go. So, you can fill these with anything that you want. And I'm going to do this one, peanut butter and honey today. And this one over here, I'm just gonna do with like turkey and cheese. You can get it a little closer and hold it up so that everybody can see. If you can hold it up high, can you hold it up high so everyone can see? Son, shh. This is like such a wild time of day, you guys, but I needed to make these sandwiches because we're all out of sandwiches. And so basically you just go like this and you cover the whole area. And I'm gonna next just grab some nice, son, you have to be quiet. I hope you guys can hear me okay. So I'm gonna grab like a nice, like good quality turkey that my family really enjoys. And I'm just gonna like layer some pieces on like this. And so actually I'm gonna take a little bit more. Son, shh. Can you guys hear him? He's ruining our show. Jeez. All right, so let me make sure we can all see. Okay, so now film like just up a little higher and then put it down like this. Awesome. So now watch, we're gonna close the book like this so that it's all kind of nice and tucked in. And then we are gonna take a big chef's knife. And this is like a long, just like a chef's knife. And then actually, like the process of like cutting it with this knife almost kind of like pins the edges down. And and you can cut them up in like 1 or 2. So this one, my preschooler is gonna eat these. Easton, shh. Oh my gosh, it's just that time of day. And so my preschooler is going to eat these, so I'm just going to keep them into 1. But you can also keep them and just keep them in like a little 2-pack, and like that's going to be for like a bigger kid. And so there's some meat in there. This one has a lot of meat in it, and there's some cheese. And so then what we do, and we'll do the same thing over here. We're going to put some honey on, close it up, cut them all. And so then the last thing that you do is you just take your saran wrap and just get a piece and cut it like this and just roll it up. And so that you have this like saran wrapped, thank you. You got Q is my lovely assistant. I hope you guys could see that. She did such a good job. Thank you. And so this is what it looks like in the end. And so you have a little sealed up turkey and cheese Hawaiian-Roll sandwich that you just made a ton of all at the same time. Same thing with your peanut butter. And so I'm going to show you what we do with these now. So what I'll do is, I'm not going to do this because you all have life to get back to, but I'll finish cutting these up and I'll put them in a saran wrap, and I'll do the same thing over here. I'll just load these up with some honey. Sometimes I'll do like half honey up here and then like half jam down here so that they have like a little variety. The kids can look through the plastic wrap and see what it is when they're fixing their lunches. So they're like, oh yeah, this one is cheese. Or, you know, my son can say, oh yeah, that one has jam, if they see like boysenberry jam sticking out. So what we do next is we take this entire thing, all these little sandwiches, and I'll just have a whole bunch of them, and I just put them in the freezer. Like I just put them in their little station in the freezer, wherever you can find. And then the kids, around. So then the kids, every single day when they get home from school, here's what they do. They hang up their stuff and put their shoes away. They have to wash their hands with soap, and when they're little, you literally have to tell them, wash your hands with soap, because they'll just go in there and like splish splash in the water a little bit, and then they think their hands are clean, and that's obviously not clean. And so wash your hands with soap. Yeah, you could go play if you want. My special assistant wants to go play. So, okay, you guys just gonna be playing out front?
No, we're gonna go to Layla's house.
Okay. No. And so, wash hands, put your stuff away, and then they're supposed to prepare their lunch. Like they're supposed to do their homework, practice their piano, any jobs that they have to do, usually like unload the dishwasher, load the dishwasher. These are like normal jobs that they have. Okay. I just told my son he couldn't go with his sister. Look at this. Look at how pitiful this. Look at this face. Oh, all right. Listen, we'll talk about that in just a second. He colored all over himself today with Sharpie. Like that's just sometimes what little kids do. Hey, France, this is so cool. Thanks for checking in. So anyway, okay. Here's the routine. You prepare the stuff ahead of time. You put these sandwiches in the freezer. I also like to put like little mini, like small bags of like carrot sticks and ranch, or like pita chips and hummus, or other things that they can grab and go. You can buy little cups like this with matching little lids at pretty much any restaurant supply store or online, and I like to put ranch or hummus or guacamole or salsa or things to dip in here. Hang on a second. And so you can like prepare all this stuff ahead of time. Just have a little stack of like baby ranches, and have some little baggies of like veggie sticks, and then have your freezer full of like 2 or 3 different kinds of sandwiches. And then I'll show you this too. This is like my kitchen tour. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so embarrassing because my pantry is not organized at all. Okay, but I'm gonna flip you around so you can see. So part of my pantry. So I always save these boxes like from Costco. Thanks for the hearts, everyone, by the way. I like just save them because it just helps me stay organized, and it really is the best shape. It's completely 90 degrees. So you can really fit in the most possible. So the kids come in here and they can grab things from here when they're preparing their lunches, like a cereal bar, a granola bar, fruit snacks, like these little cute, like yummy nut crunch things. This is like when I'm feeling healthy, these little fruit strips. So generally what I tell them, like the lunch making station. So here's what I tell them when they're preparing their lunches. They need a main dish, which would be like a sandwich, or sometimes like if there's leftover salad or something, they can grab that. They need a main dish, a salty snack, which is usually like a bag of chips or fishy crackers or something. Main dish, salty snack, a treat, like a fruit roll-up or fruit snacks or something. A treat, a fruit like a cutie orange or apple slices or a banana or something like that. And like usually one extra thing, like a snack time snack, because usually kids at school, they have like a designated snack time where they're allowed to go choose like one item out of their lunch. And so usually for a snack time snack, that's a really good time for like a string cheese, a Go-Gurt, like a kind of more healthy granola bar or something, because the teachers get kind of nervous when they see kids reaching for like candy during snack time snack, because they come back in after snack and they're all like hyper and all up on the candy. So choose something kind of healthy. So that's basically what we do. Those are my, oh, that's a great question, Allie. Thank you for asking. How do you defrost the sandwiches? So, this is why we do it the day before, because overnight in the fridge, the sandwich will totally defrost. And it'll stay cold, and it's really good. If you forget to make your lunch the night before, a peanut butter or honey or jam, all of those sandwiches will defrost like that morning within a few hours. The meat and cheese sandwiches will still be a little frozen by lunchtime if you just take it out that morning. Well, I mean, maybe depending on like where you live, how hot it is outside. But for us, we try to just do it the day before. It keeps it really simple in the morning for us. It just keeps life. In the morning, it's like we just have to eat breakfast, do people's hair, and we get out the door. They grab their lunches, which are already prepared, which they prepared. By the way, this is another totally key thing, and I totally believe this. And it is true. If they prepare their own lunch, they're more likely to eat their lunch. Does anybody else agree with me? If you agree with me, push hearts on the side. Like, it's so true. If some kid gets a lunch and they open it up at lunchtime and they've never seen any of this stuff before, they don't even know what weird stuff mommy packed, and they don't want to eat any of it. But if they went to the work the day before to grab the carrot sticks and to grab the fruit snack and to grab, the trail mix, and he chose which sandwich he wanted and all of this stuff, they absolutely can take ownership of their lunch. They're more likely to eat it, which is good, because how much do we hate wasting lunches? It drives me nuts. These kids come home from school, and if I see something that some kid didn't eat, it just bums me out, because they can't, especially if it's like a sandwich, they can't eat that again. It's wasted. And so try to give them ownership, make them responsible. If a kid forgets his lunch, or doesn't have time to prepare it in the morning because he didn't prepare it the night before, I actually think you should grab whatever you have time to grab, because you should have prepared that lunch yesterday. And I have another mom friend. I'll just share this story with you really quick. This is hilarious. I love this friend of mine. Her name is Rebecca, and she has 6 kids. You thought I had a lot of kids with 5? No. My friend Rebecca has 6 kids, and one time her kindergartner forgot to prepare and pack her lunch. And so the teacher gave the child money which you think would be a good idea. And it was a very nice thing for the teacher to do, but the teacher gave the child lunch money, and the mom was a little bit bummed, because she's like, now my daughter's not gonna learn that she has to be responsible for her own lunch. Because in that moment, she was kind of taught a lesson that if you forget, your teacher's just going to give you money. And so the mom really didn't want her daughter to be forgetting all the time and always hitting up the teacher for lunch money. And so I just love that approach, the accountability, the ownership that it gives the kids. They're more likely to eat the food, again, like I said. And I only have to do this whole lunch situation. I'll come back over here for one last minute. And yeah, such a nice teacher, but I just thought it was funny that the mom was like, oh man, now she's always gonna do that and forget her lunch all the time. Really quick, just to recap, you guys, grab these next time you're at the store, grab these King's Hawaiian rolls, open them up, push down the sides, and use a nice serrated knife, one that looks like this. This is a bread knife. Use a nice serrated knife to go all the way across. Keep the rolls together. Open it like a book. This is just in case you guys joined late. And then you fill it with whatever you want to fill it, being careful to put peanut butter or sunflower butter or almond butter on each side so that the bread doesn't get soggy. And then over here, I just did meat and cheese. If you want, you can get from a restaurant supply like little tiny mayonnaise and mustard packets, but my kids don't really care that much. I have also put mayonnaise and mustard in between the cheese and the meat layers, not directly on the bread, and it freezes and it defrosts just fine. But I just don't really worry about the mayo and the mustard, because my kids, they don't really care. They're just excited to have bread and meat and cheese. And so after you fill it with whatever you want, you cut the sandwiches with a big knife like this, and you can leave them in 2s, or you can just cut them in 1. Then you wrap them tightly in saran wrap and put them in the freezer, and that is... Okay, so if you guys like more tips like this, you can follow by swiping the screen and you won't miss any of my tips next time. Or you can head over to my blog, which is ocbeautymom.com. Oh, thank you. ocbeautymom.com, and you can like put your email in there, and I send out an email like once a week with mom tips and beauty tips and links to uploaded videos of my saved periscopes like these. I write everything out. Well, I can't actually write it, Violet. It's just OC, as in Orange County, which is where I live, beautymom.com. ocbeautymom.com. I can scope, Allie, about doing the laundry. It's called Make Your Kids Do It. Thanks, Garnet, 21K. Yeah, you make your kids do that laundry. I never fold laundry. Nope, I don't do laundry. I don't think so. So anyway, I hope to see you guys on my Instagram too, is at ocbeautymom. So I hope to see you in some of those places, checking in with us and just giving moms like me and like you all more and more tips to just make life simple and easy and fun. And so I hope you have enjoyed this today. Coming up too, on one of my next periscopes, I've mentioned this the other night, but I really, really want to drive this home because it's so, so good. It's so good. This book that I read, the best parenting book of all time that I ever read. And I have a background in child development, a degree in child development. It's not even technically a parenting book, but I'm telling you, it's the best parenting book you're ever going to read. I'm going to do a book review on that later in the week. So if you want to see that, be sure, of all time, I'm serious. You're going to love that one. So be sure and follow so you don't miss it, and invite anybody else who you know who might want to know about that. All right? Hey, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.